What's up, guys? So today we got another build video. We got Khora this time. I know it has been a while, and I know it's another build video, but I promise we'll do more guides coming up soon. But this one was too fun not to share. You guys probably seen Khora builds before. It's not a whip claw build. I promise it's not that, unless you want it to be. I'll tell you how to do that later. This is a cat build. So Khora has a Venari, or Venari, however you want to say it, which is one cat in her companion in her squad, and in your companion slot you could equip another cat, which we'll discuss what we have in each cat soon. And with this cat, it can create 3 clones. So we're up to Venari, your companion cat, and the 3 clones from your cat. We're at 5 cats, which is a lot, I know, and we're not done there. If you subsume on your Khora desiccation, which you get from Inaros, and throw on the augment, if you kill a finisher, if you get a finisher kill under desiccation, you'll spawn a sand cavat, and that sand cavat would then spread a status effect. Enemies that die during that status effect will create more sand cats for a max of another 5. So you're looking at 5 sands, 3 clones, 1 companion, and 1 Venari, which is a lot of cats. There is a similar build people do with Volts, because Volts 1 with the augment gives them electric damage, and Volts 2 gives them AoE damage and increases their movement speed. You could use Volts, but you lose out on the extra cat for Venari. And if you use like a hound, you get like 3 extra clones on top of that. So it depends like how you want to do it. But I just like this because it's like multiple cats. Anyway, let's discuss further. Okay. So desiccation is our subsume. Unfortunately, we use desiccation to get more cats. So if you want to do something else, you gotta lose some cats. I don't know. 5 cats is worth, I feel. Build wise, there's 2 ways you can go about this build, or I guess 3. You can either just straight up summon your cats, ignore the game. Cats will do the job for you. 2, you can bring a kick gun because there is an arcane that buffs your cats. We'll discuss that soon. Or you go melee because there's a mod that heals your cats and gives them overguard when you hit melee attacks. I'm showing the melee version. Kick gun version I didn't really like because the kick gun I have not my favorite. But yeah, so let's talk about it. Let's go through the Archon shards first before we actually go into the build for the frame and for the pets. So Archon shards, we have 3 Tau blues for health. I am going health tank Khora just because my cats heal me when they attack, so it sort of makes sense to go health tank. The 3 Tau blues are just so I can get over 1,000 health, and the 2 green shards for corrosive stacks. So when you cast desiccation and you summon the sand cats, those sand cats spread corrosive. Your cats already armor ship on top of that, so you don't need these 2 shards, but it's nice to have. So you're getting these 2 corrosive shards. Your sand cats are now proccing 14 corrosive procs, fully armor shipping. So all your cats now fully armor ship. There's no need to worry. Hey, it's me again. If you guys are enjoying the video or have stuck by this far, consider leaving a subscribe. It means a lot to me. Also, if you guys want to chat about the build or Warframe or anything at all, check me out on Twitch. I'm live pretty much every day, or at least 3 times a week. But yeah, sorry for the interruption. Get back to the video. Thank you. Let's go into the actual build. So right now, it's nothing too crazy. It's pretty simple, but we'll go over each thing separately. So for our aura slot, which is probably the most important part, is summoners, your companions and summons do 75% more damage. This is just straight buff to your companions and your pets, your cats, your dogs, your whatever. So it's a must to do if you're doing a companion build. Desiccation's Curse is the augment for desiccation. This allows you to spawn the 5 cavats, the 5 extra cats. So if you don't have this, you're not gonna get the cats. So you need this. Vitality and Steel Fiber are just for health taking. So without these 2, you're gonna be looking at little, you just like 500 health. So it's worth keeping that and that to get more armor. Quick thinking is if you happen to get low health, this will use your energy as a health bar. Flow gives you more energy. Hunters takes your damage to health and converts it to energy. Adaptation gives you more damage reduction. And this slot right here is a flex slot, I would say. So I just threw this on because I had an empty slot, but if you wanted to throw health conversion, that works. If you want to throw power strength, that works. If you wanted to throw efficiency, range, the augment for your strangle dome for more resources, it all works. I didn't really see a need for this extra slot, but if you think you need to, 100% be my guest, go for it. In this slot, obviously throw prime sure-footed. I didn't need it because I don't die, but if you feel like you need prime sure-footed, throw it on. I don't need to show every build has prime sure-footed, so if you want to throw that on, go for it. Arcanes, you have a little flexibility depending on what build you're going. So I'm going Arcane Blessing just because with health tanking I want a lot of health, and I'll show you how we're getting the health orbs to proc Arcane Blessing, but I'm using a max Arcane Blessing for more health. We'll discuss that a little bit later. And our second arcane is Arcane Strike. So Strike, whenever you do a hit, you have a 15% chance to get more attack speed. This is because I am using a melee build. If you're not using a melee build and instead you're using the kick gun build, you want the Theorem Arcanes. So Theorem Infection, whenever you get a kill with your kick gun, you will create a zone depending on which residual arcane you use. I prefer the electric one because it's easier to see, but you'll get a kill with that kick gun. And then if you stand in that zone, you will get 24% damage for your companions, and it stacks 15 times. So the buff lasts 20 seconds. You stand in there for 24, 15 times. You're looking at 360% extra damage for 20 seconds. So if you have a good kick gun and you're able to keep the skills up, it's a no-brainer. Use this over anything else. I'm using this to buff my melee because I'm just going in with my cats, throwing claws around, right? Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Again, this is a flex slot. This Prime Sure-Footed or any other Exilis mod you feel is worth. And the main part of the build now is our companions. So Veneri and our main Kvat have the same stuff. So we have fetch. Keep in mind, you don't need two fetches. One on one of them works just as fine. So don't throw a fetch here and a fetch there and a fetch there. You don't need that many, okay? Contagious Bond is like necessary if you want like a companion nuke. This, whenever they stack statuses, whenever they kill the enemy they have statuses on, it'll spread to like everyone in the room, and it just like spreads and spreads and spreads. It's insane. Throw this mod on any companion and they become top tier meta, room clearing, amazing. Link Vital and Link Fiber, I threw on because I am going like a health tank build. So these two just make them tankier. 3k health on my Veneri, perfect. Tandem Bond, my companion attacking gives me combo because I'm playing melee. This works perfectly fine. And then whenever I do heavy combo, heavy attack, gives my companions more damage. Very good, especially if you go like if you're not going the kick gun route. This is like super worth. Guarantee it, trust it, you'll see a difference. Vicious Bond turns the companion melee attacks into armor ships, and then if you hit them with an ability, it'll spread that armor ship, which you don't really need it because you have the corrosive proc spreading. And territorial aggression, honestly, it makes like ghost cats, so technically you're getting like 2 extra cats, you know. And the main one is synth deconstruct. So enemies injured by your cats on death, they have a 25% chance to drop health orbs, and this is why we're running arcane blessing, because it's our health orbs. And you could also run equilibrium or a purple shard to get that into energy, but we have hunter's adrenaline for energy, so in case you do need more energy, that's how you get more energy, right? For the claws, I spread the different elements around my Kvats because we got so much going on. So on this one, we got shocking claws for electric, we got radion claws for radiation, and precision conditioning for slash damage. We got maul and I gotta fit bite in here, but if you don't need it. So maul and bite, more damage. Bloodthirst, I feel I might take out. I'm not feeling the benefit of it that much, but on slash procs, it heals the Kvat. Pretty cool, but you're already healing the Kvat with your melee. Maybe if you're not using the melee build, this might feel better, but for me, I didn't feel a difference. This gives your Kvats crit chance based on your primary. So if I'm not using the primary and I'm using melee build, I just use a primary as a stat stick. Boom, insane damage. This increases the range on your Kvats. Perfect. Posture could be whatever you want. Now for my main companion, we have Loki, which is named after my cat. He's over there sitting watching. Similar build, but instead we have duplex bond. Duplex bond allows it to clone itself into 3 more cats. So you have 4 cats from, you know, 1 cat. Vicious bond, obviously. Contagious bond, obviously we went over. Tandem bond, we went over. Synth deconstruct, we went over. Link, fiber, and vitality, we went over. Pack leader and territorial aggression, we went over. One we didn't go over is transfusion. So this is unique to Vasca Kvats. Essentially, if you were to go down, your Kvat will use 20% of its HP to res you back up. It's essentially instant free res. As long as you're meleeing with pack leader, your companion will never die. It's really good. It feels amazing. I was confused, like people were like getting self res before. This feels really good. Like if you don't want to run Matter Ride to get like the self res, because I know sometimes you don't have the damage, this feels amazing. Try this out. You'll feel like 10 times better in missions. And claws, we did this exact same stuff, but we're using a different damage type. You can't go wrong with slash. More slash is always good. I had electric because I love how electric spreads, but I threw cold on just because it adds an extra layer of CC. And if I'm running, we'll show the melee build soon, but running Guncio or Condition Overload in general increases the damage you do by, because you have like 9 statuses going off. So running more statuses, I might throw like magnetic in this just to have even more statuses and change the slash like puncture. It feels like the damage I'm getting from my melee is insane. So bite, maul, obviously same thing. I might take Bloodthirster off. You don't need it because your melee again is healing. And yeah, posture doesn't matter. Finally, this is getting too long. Let's get to the melee build. So the melee build, we got Hirudo. So the thing I like about the Hirudo is that on crit chance, on crit hits, you get lifesteal. This is a heavy crit weapon. Like you build it for crit, so it feels really good. And it recently got a Coda version. I haven't gotten it yet, but there is a Coda version that might fit better because, you know, new weapon and all that. But Condition Overload, a must. Try it out. I have a Riven. It's attack speed, cold, and crit damage. Feels pretty good. You don't need a Riven. You're gonna be doing just enough damage as me, if not better. Blood Rush, more crit chance. Fury for more attack speed. I might take this off because I got the Riven and I have the Arcane. I'm running Viral electrical and magnetic. Might swap this out, might not, who knows. I might add more crit damage. Prime reach to get it a little more range on this thing. Claws, or not claws, these are sparring weapons. They have a little smaller range of other melees, makes it feel a little more comfy. And then for the arcane, we're running fortification. Because we're armor tanking, we're health tanking, more armor is really good. So on kill, we get 210 armor for 10 seconds, and that's just on kill. So it stacks more than once. I thought it was like only one kill gives you 210, that's it. But if you get 10 kills, you're looking at 2,100 armor, 2,100 armor, my bad, 2,000. Yeah, 2,100. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's the build. I'll show a little bit of gameplay at the end, but the cats are insane. Your focus school does not matter. It's all claws. Now, speaking of alternate builds, if you wanted to go kick gun, we have this. So you run residual arcanes. So I run residual shot, and getting a kill spawns a electric pillar, adding electric damage to my weapon, I believe. And then so you run Theorem Infection, adds more damage. Standing in the zone gets you more damage. And then on your kick gun, this on kill, 20% chance to spawn the zone. As long as you have a strong kick gun, you're spawning the zones almost back to back. It feels good. It's just my specific weapon does not feel that good to use. Third option, if you don't want to go melee and you don't want to go kick gun, the other option you have is your whip claw. So the new changes allow you to go build your claws separately. Before you used a pseudo exalted, so you had to use a stat stick, but now you can mod your whip claw directly. So you could do some simple build like electric, status chance, crit chance, and then throw like something like influence, and then your whip claw will do insane damage. Whip claw already was insane. Now you can mod it and it's more straightforward. That's probably the best build to honestly is go whip claw, and then your Kavats can do their own thing. But personally, I just like Kavats doing the main damage, and I'm doing like just chilling. But yeah, anyway, hope you enjoyed. I'll put in some gameplay, and then yeah, good luck, take care, hope you enjoy. Leave us a like, subscribe, and see you soon. Bye.